aside from the obvious problems with not really being able to hear, like not being able to properly understand people if there's any kind of noise in the room, there's the more subtle problems with not being able to hear well. Like on Tuesday, I rode my bike to work just fine, but on the way back, my ears were only functioning about 20% of normal, so I took it slow. I was safe, but then I noticed my back tire was a little flat, so I stopped at a public bike fixing station and tried to pump it up. I didn't really consider my ears. I figured that it was just a case of plugging in the tire pump, pumping it up. I was wrong. I couldn't hear the air leaking out of the tire until it was too late, and I ended up with a flat, so I was like, great, whatever, and I went to the bike shop to get it repaired. It's a good thing I went there because they were like, dude, your bike is in terrible shape, clean it up and come back to us later this week for like a tune-up. So hence the cleaning up my bike montage. Why am I telling you this story would be a valid question? Well, because I had ear infections constantly throughout the whole month. And if you've ever had an ear infection, you know it's really painful. So, as you might have noticed, it's been a hot minute since the last time I made a YouTube video. And I'm not going to bore you with the specifics, but I basically decided to focus on school as opposed to YouTube for the 4 months while I was in school, and to my surprise, I had a much better time focusing on school when I wasn't bogged down with making YouTube as well as working full-time. I think that's just sort of like one too many things. So I've decided to, during school, just not really make as many YouTube videos, and you'll notice I made one at the holiday season because obviously I wasn't in school. I'm juggling too many balls, and I needed to drop one. Anyway, I will be back now. It's currently April 8th. My final hand-in for school is April 12th, so as of April 12th, I should be done with school and I should be ready to be focusing on YouTube again. Of course, while I was away, I wasn't just sitting there. I was doing some really cool VR programming stuff. Again, I did VR programming in my second year of university, and now this other class is about web VR programming. So this is an Oculus Quest completely wireless headset, and it can actually run the programs that I'm making because they're written in a web browser. It's kind of a really cool tech, and I'll probably show you some clips of the artificial intelligence image generation virtual reality / extended reality museum that I ended up making with my group of people that I was assigned to work with. In addition to programming, I took the last 4 months to kind of slowly evolve my image workflow, my pipeline, my camera shooting style, and you might notice might look a little better, might look worse to some people. I don't care. I like the way this new look works. This camera, not necessarily using that look, but this camera definitely stepping it up a notch. Gonna get myself some new quality lenses, some new audio accessories, a gimbal, a couple, it's like over time. But it's, I'm trying to improve my videography skills to make these vlogs, I guess, a little more cinematic. I don't know, for some reason when the shot that I'm taking has a little more creative quality in it, it just feels, it makes it feel more appealing to do for me. I got into a real groove of just filming things with my iPhone, and I was like, maybe I gotta go back to maybe there's a reason I just accidentally turned on the flashlight. Use fancy tools, because, I don't know, it makes me feel cool. Makes the video look much nicer. And that allows me some creative expression. It's creative expression. Let's be real, it's always been creative expression. Anyway, that's enough rambling. Let's go on to the next thing. There are also more obvious problems with my ears' functionality being off and on. I couldn't really trust my ears to evaluate sound, which is a problem when you work in AV, and also a problem for producing these vlogs. And on top of that is also a problem for making extended reality experiences like the one I mentioned earlier. But after a few really annoying visits to the doctor and various theories and treatments and this and that and people's opinions, I finally managed to get myself some oral antibiotics which completely solved the problem, and finally I can hear again. They cleared up actually right at the end of the semester in time for my final presentation, of which the only clip I have is this out of focus test for the autofocus on this camera that you're actually watching me on right now, which you'll notice if I come towards actually has pretty good autofocus. I'm not crazy. By the way, this is a new lens, and the reason I was standing across the room is I've also got these new wireless lavalier microphones. So, fun new toys. Anyway, I did my final presentation, and then I also did my final hand-in, complete with me leaving a celebratory... Okay, so my job is events, but also I like doing certain types of events like concerts. So I, as a celebration for finishing the semester, went ahead and shot a concert, which you'll see some clips of now, and that was like a lot of fun. I was using a big professional camera and a broadcast mount, shooting like this kind of thing, which of course was a lot of fun, but that combined with all the sprinting to finish my final assignments, I was so tired. Speaking of being tired, I'm doing this bit in our bedroom because we just cleaned it up for like the first time since we moved here, and it's really clean, and I've never had a chance to show it in the vlog, and I feel like now is the perfect time. It'll stay focused on me.
Is that a microphone?
This is a microphone, yeah.
Oh.
So for all of March, I was deaf and depressed. I spent my free time working on the XR projects I mentioned earlier. But before that and after that, I did a bunch of fun stuff. And this vlog is quickly running out of time, so I'm gonna throw them at you kind of rapid fire style. I went to a Smash room with some friends. There was an ice storm. And then the next morning it looked like this. But within a week, the weather was nice enough to go biking with shorts on.
And I got a sunburn.
Oh. Thank you. And I helped out with this awesome live stream at Stripe Studios. And while there, once again, I got to operate a Blackmagic Ursa G2 broadcast camera, which happened to be the ones that we just bought at work. So we have 4 of those now for our broadcast, which is really exciting.
Yeah!
There it is.
Woo! Woo, woo, woo!
through all of this, through all these events, I was researching and developing some video test rigs, putting on lots of great events, and we redesigned the podcast set, and we've started shooting season 2.
Subscribe to our YouTube.
So there you go. You're all caught up on my life. Oh, except for the Malta vacation. Still working on that one. Maybe next video. Press subscribe to see that. Peace.